2012 Toyota Corolla alternator replacement. Take out the battery terminal, pull off this plastic cover. Here's your alternator. Disconnect this power clip and the connector. 10mm nut there on the side of this terminal. This connector. Just squeeze on the side and it'll release that clip. Go on the side of the alternator with the marker, crayon, and a pencil. Give you an estimate and just mark on the side, on both sides. That way you got an idea where to put the new alternator in. This is a bracket for like tensioning the alternator. You got a 12mm here, and then you got, I believe that's a 12 back there as well, going through right there on the back of that alternator bracket. I'm going to push that in or take that out and then get that bracket out in the back there. So we loosen it a few times. As you see, you can see some of the silver thread excuse me, where the threads was screwed in. And on the side, just right down there, 12mm. If you loosen that, the alternator should move forward and take tension off of the alternator, and you should be able to get the belt up and off. So let me get that off. So we got the tension off the alternator. Before I just dropped the belt straight down, so all I gotta do is just pull the belt, stick it right back over the top. That way everything is still on the pulleys. Now we gotta get this alternator out by loosening these alternator bolts. Okay, like I said, that bolt back there is one of the alternator mounting bolts. We're gonna leave that in and then just take off this bolt here. That's a part of the bracket, because you got to transfer this bracket anyways over to the new alternator. So to make it easier, when we get the new alternator, we'll just sit it there and then just remove the bracket and screws, so you know how everything goes. So now we got the top bolt up. Now we got to go to the bottom. So if you look down there, right under the pulley, that little black bolt, it's a 14mm. You got to get that out. As you see, you can rock the alternator back and forth and give you a little access. And that's the last bolt, and the alternator should come out. Okay, before I go too far, right here on the alternator is a wire clip that you just wiggle it and it'll pull it right out. Now we can finish removing that 14mm bolt. She should come right out without any hanging up. Now you should be able to take the alternator out.
All right, Anthony. Thank you.
A little twist and turn. She's out. Now we just wait for the new one, transfer over the bracket, and we're done. So we got our new alternator. I transfer over this small bracket. That's where this little clip sits on, that you just pull off. And I transfer over this bracket. Now we can set it in a slot and get everything mounted to it. I'm gonna put that long 14mm bolt in at the bottom, because that's what I took out last. So now this one in the back for the bracket, you can tighten that down completely. And this one here, that's the alternator top mounting bracket bolt. You don't want to tighten that just yet, because remember we drew with the little yellow crayon. We're going to kind of position the alternator in between there to get our tension to where we had it when we first took it off. Put your belt on the alternator. You got the back bracket up here, mounting tab here for the upper alternator. Lower one, it's not fully tightened. You can tighten up everything and then go ahead and adjust the tensioner. Tighten up all your bolts. You watch carefully. I'll tighten this up. You can see the alternator kind of move. I'm just going to tighten it all the way back down to about them silver threads. Is that done? Get the nut off of here. 10 millimeter. Put your power cord on. Your connector. Plug up the power to that little metal loom. Clip this cover back over the power wire. Plug up the negative terminal on the battery. Don't forget to put your cover back on. And line that up. Push that down. That's it. 2012 Toyota Corolla. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.